Hello there.
There he is.
Do come in.
Thank you.
Ah, it's the Japanese look.
And what's your room like? It's nice.
You became a comic almost by accident because you were a drummer in a band.
I was a drummer with the band. We were playing. We were at this club, and it was during the. We had the power cuts, remember? With all the power cuts. So we were playing at this club, and we doing all that. No, that, you know. Suddenly, power went off. And I stood up on the kit. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. And went to the front of this thing. I said, we've, all right, which committee man's fucked off with the money and not paid the bill? And the place started laughing. And then I shouted a few things out, got back on the kit. Then we went back into the dressing room when we realised the power wasn't going to come back on. And we're in the dressing room, and my cousin Derek, who was the bass player, there was 3 Vaisies in the band. Lee Vaisey, Derek Vaisey and Roy Vaisey, 3 of them. They and 2 cousins. He said to me, do you know, that's a funny, how did you think of that? I must have said some ad-lib off the top of it. I said, because we were always laughing in the van, any road. He said, we're keeping that in. I said, what do you mean we're keeping that in? Tomorrow night when we play, I'll get the committee man to switch the lights off. And you do that. I said, you fucking won't. I said, I only did it because I've had a couple of pints of lager. A little bit of Dutch courage. He said, oh, you've got, it's funny. So a couple of nights later, we were working again. Don't forget, these are the days when it was £15 between 4 of us. So, unbeknown to me, Derek had said to the man, switch the lights off after our second number. He hadn't said to me that he was going to do it. And I think I just automatically did it. And then as I walked past there, I go, you bastard. Yeah, but we kept it in, then we did a little bit more, then we did a little bit more. Suddenly we found out that comedy groups were getting a lot more money. We could get 50 quid for doing comedy.
Green one, like run the beam, one slack, one's black, one's black. Hey, hang on a minute. Cracking gag, you love this.
When we're on the road all the time, I spend a lot of time, obviously, in dressing rooms, in hotel bedrooms. And the main thing is to prepare yourself for the evening. So what I actually do is I get the newspapers and I look through the stories. And once I get a story, mainly, most people just read the headlines. The little stories, the headlines are good. Your fodder's there.
I've just been reading the paper there. Do you know mobile phones damage your health? Certainly do. You get your bill, you want to throw yourself off a fucking cliff, don't you?
Well, if there's a fantastic story in one of the other pages, you really have to explain that to the audience. You'd have to say, did you say, other than go straight into... I mean, at the moment you've got like Barry Moore's in the news, and you've got the general election in the news, Prescott being attacked, and what they're straightforward things to say because they're on the front pages. But as you look through the smaller ads and you see some big star's got an alcohol problem or whatever, then you've got to jump on it.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, the snooker champion, has come off cocaine, so that's how we clear the table.
At the top of the paper I put down, England collapses. The batting has collapsed. So the first thing I wrote down was, I see England's batting's collapsed worse than Daniel Westbrook's nose. People, because she's been in the news all the time about the cocaine and all that, people straight away pick up on that line straight away. And my idea of comedy is one of, don't worry if you don't like what I'm saying, because there's another one coming along in a minute. A bit like the bus service, you know. So whatever's down, S Club 7, they're being dropped from an advert doing Rice Krispies because they were caught smoking the dope. So I put, boys and girls, no wonder they've dropped S Club 7 from a cereal advert. I mean, you don't want your kids pouring milk on the Rice Krispies and then going snort, crack and pot. Other than snap, crack, you know. So, and the more times I rehearse it, and the more times I, you know, and then Jerry Halliwell again about a weight, you know, everything's in the papers about a weight, so I've written down here, you know, it must be awful if you're that thin that you have to draw knees on your stockings. It's just the way my mind works, you see. Then what I actually do is, when I sort of get something down on paper, like I do, I put it in my books. Now I have hundreds of these books, and each page represents something I've thought about. I put TV adverts, so I talk about the adverts. I put down here, I put down surveys, things about surveys. I put down news, Sunday stories, in other words, what was in the news of the world. I put down who's died and who hasn't died, and if it's still fresh.
Hey, Tom Jones was 61 yesterday. Does that mean Delilah's fucking 65?
Then, other than that, little lines, little gags that are sort of... the fishing boat went missing the other day, and it was just a story in the paper. I put down fishing boat. 6 seamen missing, but the French, they should be all right in the water because the frogs. You know, sometimes little things are cruel, but it's the cruelty, it's the on-the-edge stuff that I like to do, and people love. I'm known for it.
Have you been watching the TV? Did you see that fucking thing in Jerusalem where the hotel collapsed, the wedding party? Wasn't that fucking awful? Man, that's a typical fucking wedding party. They never know what fucking floor they want to be on, do they?
If you want to know about what's going on in the news, you need a piss take. Go and see Chubby Brown, because he'll have something to say. And they expect that from me after 30 years. So whatever I do, I've all these lines here, Kathleen Zeta-Jones, Jonathan King, these people, Michael Jackson, they've all been in the news within the last 3 weeks.
Right.
So if it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes I can't think of a thing. Sometimes I'm not clever enough to think of anything. And I get on my own nerves then. I'm annoyed that I haven't thought of anything. I might write down, for instance, Jonathan King's charged with something by the police. So I put down Jonathan King. I put down the titles of his songs. Where he's come from. Is he gay or isn't he not gay? Whatever, you know, and I'll feed off the story.
Ooh la 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 Blanca. That was another hit for him, wasn't it? Jump up and down and wave your knickers in a bit of a fucking decoy, that.
And then I'll leave it until he does appear in court. If he gets off, it's still news. If he gets fined or he gets jailed, it's still news. So I'm still there. I'm on the ball. So I never throw them in the bin. I don't go think and then throw it in the bin. I go think and write it down.
You fat bastard! You fat bastard!
The character is one of I've put myself on a pedestal and they're there to knock me down. I like to think it's friendly banter.
Yes, well, we heard you, you're all right, daft cunt.
It's the character. The character that I've developed is an aggressive character. And I like to think I'm schizophrenic.
Takes me 2 hours to make a fucking twat of myself and he did it in about 20 seconds there.
I like to think that's two different people. I like to think I'm Royston Vasey, the sort of inventiveness, the creator of something, you know, what it is I don't know, laughter maker, but the character on stage is one of who the fucking hell are you looking at? And that's why, I mean, don't forget, I can honestly say hand on heart, we've never been to a theatre for 10 years. It hasn't been full to the door. So I must be doing something right. Because you ask anybody in show business, it's all about putting asses on seats. It's not about how good, bad or indifferent you are. It's putting asses on, getting money at the door and getting people to leave their house on a cold winter's evening and coming to see your show. The old thing is people say, well, you're never on television. Well, what's television? It takes you, it uses what you've got, then it dispenses with you. It just, finished. All your ideas they take, they pay you for them, of course, but it's called overexposure. And I could name 10 comics you never see on TV now that have all been given comedy shows, chat shows, and everybody only has one brain. You only have so much. We're not all encyclopedias. That's why you have to write them down, so you can go back over it. You know, but there's loads of really good comedians, impressionists. Take them, the big break comes, I'm on TV, and after 2 years, they've got nothing left. And that, you know, this business is like for people to say, oh, we've seen all that before. This is why I work so hard. I have thousands of fans. You only have to look at the internet. You only have to look at anybody says out about me. My fans are like vultures. They're like rats. They're straight at them. I get one bad comment on my website about, yeah, you're a fat racialist, fucking sexist, feminist bastard, and within you'll get 40 replies straight away saying, if you don't like it, switch off your computer. If you don't like him, don't buy a ticket. If you think he's aggressive and this, that and the other, don't go to the show. We're not here for you. You're a miserable bastard. You fuck off. We're happy and we're having a good time. We're going to get pissed and we're going to raise the roof. And if you don't like it, you know where they're. That's my fans. That's how my fans look at me. I spend every single day at my act. And when I'm not doing it, you know, you get these people who are obsessed with the gym. And they have 2 days off the gym and oh, I feel fat, oh, I don't look right and all that. You get people like that. I'm the same about my scripts. I go on holiday for 10 days. When I come back, I'm saying, oh, I've missed this, I've missed that. That was in the papers, that was in the papers. Oh, I could have said that. I know that'll get a laugh. And then, yeah, I've missed out. I come back and I thought, oh, fucking hell, I've missed. There was a great news story there. I could have had 10 good lines out of that. You know, it's a dedication. I am a workaholic, yeah. I get bored if I'm not. I don't see. It's a drug. That's what it is. That laughter and that love and affection you get back off that audience is a drug.
We love you, Chubs!
People say, well, what are you going to do when you retire? I said, I don't know. I haven't a clue. What did you do before you were a comedian? 1,001 jobs. But I didn't have that buzz, that adrenaline. I didn't see that before I was a comedian.